Welcome back to Parent Squad. January is National Mentoring Month, a great time to appreciate the impact that caring adults can have on our kids. The Indiana Youth Institute is home to Mentor Indiana, which focuses on quality youth mentoring. Here to tell us more about why mentorship is just so important for our kids is IYI President and CEO Tami Silverman. Thanks for being here.
My pleasure. Thanks for having me.
I love when you come because we talk about so many things that really becomes a pillar in our children's life, really from, well, I was going to say from birth, but toddlerhood all the way through. It's
Absolutely.
just so important, even for ourselves as adults. So thanks for being here. Mentorship, we know, can greatly help our youth succeed, and there's actual data that supports that too.
There is. And so it's not only, I think we know that, we get a sense of, and we think back on folks who might have been mentors for us, but we know that the data, kids that have quality mentors are more likely to succeed in school. They're more likely to be involved in extracurricular activities. They're more likely to have leadership roles, and they're more likely to volunteer in their communities, all of which lead to some of those success indicators, right? So mentors do a tremendous amount for our kids, and we know that folks who do mentor also reap the benefits as well as showing up and helping other kids.
That's very true, and any opportunity to build connection is certainly going to be good for all parties involved. We also know it's good for their mental health.
It is. As we think about the kids that are struggling, and in Indiana we know about 3 out of 10 kids say that they're struggling with their mental health, either anxiety or depression. We know that having a mentor can help with empathy, can help with calming behaviors, can help them deal with some of those life struggles that are part of growing up. And so having a mentor, again, produces tangible benefits both within school and for mental health.
Yes. How do you find your child a mentor, go about building that relationship, getting your child to build that relationship with someone else?
It's such a terrific question because not all mentoring is the same, right? So at Mentor Indiana, which there's Mentor many states, and we're part of a national network, we really focus on quality mentoring programs. You often think about, and I think the pillar in many communities is Big Brothers, Big Sisters, and they have a terrific approach, as do many other programs, where they have training, where they do intentional matching, where they do safety screenings, where they provide support as those relationships go along. And then if a mentor or a mentee decides to close it out, they have a really intentional way of closing that out that honors that relationship. So you're looking for a quality mentoring program. We have a way you can hop on our website, as does the National Mentoring Partnership. Type in your zip code and it'll give you a list of those programs that are available right in your community.
Certainly, and you and I have talked about that before because I got just the best advice from an older parent, and they said they told me make sure your child is building a relationship with your friends now, because you'll need that other voice, because eventually your children tune you out. And so they said you will need that other voice to kind of back up what you're saying as a parent, but from a neutral standpoint.
It's terrific advice, because sometimes we all need to hear things multiple times for it to sink in.
Absolutely.
So maybe your child needs to hear the same thing from a mentor, from a coach, from a parent and a grandparent. Or sometimes they're tired of the parents, and maybe they'll listen a little differently from that trusted mentor that's right outside their family unit.
Yes, and you don't build that relationship at 16 years old. You built that relationship starting years ago. Sometimes it takes a little time to build up a connection, which is awesome. So IYI also has a big initiative to help, and it's called 5 by 50. We've talked about it here before, but I just think it's such a good reminder for everyone. What's the 5 by 50?
The idea is that every child needs a network of 5 caring adults. So in this case, for National Mentoring Month, we're saying mentors can be one of those, and possibly should be for each and every child. But again, that network of 5 is going to differ for every child. It could be parents plus a faith leader plus a coach plus a mentor. It could be a teacher plus, again, it's whatever each individual child needs, but we know that each and every child does need 5 supporting adults.
And I love that you have that, just because I think it's reminding parents to be intentional about it. And maybe it's not a heavy lift, maybe it is the coach or the church where you're already going, but to be intentional about it. And I think it's also so important in today's world that is so electronic, and there's so many things that kind of, I don't want to say divide us, but it's easy to stay to yourself. especially as a young person. And so to put yourself out there, a reminder there.
It's a perfect, you said it just perfectly, because these are 5 real connections, right?
Yeah.
So that, as a child needs that support, or when they encounter something that's a little bit difficult from them, they know they start to know that network, and they know who they can trust. And again, these are real life connections we're talking about, not AI or not
right
on social media. They're real people. So the 5x50 is that supporting network of real caring adults for every child.
Okay, there's a way that we can get involved. Thank you, Tami.
Thank you.
I love it. All right, for more info on the Indiana Youth Institute and the work that they do, just head to WTHR.com/Parent Squad.